Chadwick Aaron Boseman, born November 29, 1976, was an American actor. He played several historical figures, such as Jackie Robinson in 42, 2013, James Brown in Get On Up, 2014, and Thurgood Marshall in Marshall, 2017. His role as the superhero Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe films, including Black Panther, 2018, made him an international star, winning him an NAACP. Born and raised in South Carolina, Boseman attended Howard University in Washington, D.C., where he studied fine arts. He began his early career acting, directing, writing, and teaching in New York City. He relocated to Los Angeles, where his first leading role in a Hollywood film was Jackie Robinson in 42. Boseman's film roles toward the end of his life included 21 Bridges, 2019, which he also co-produced, and A Five Bloods, 2020. His final film, Rainey's Black Bottom, will be released posthumously on Netflix. Boseman died on August 28, 2020, after privately dealing with colon cancer for 4 years. Chadwick Aaron Boseman was born and raised in Anderson, South Carolina, to Carolyn and Leroy Boseman, both African American. His mother was a nurse and his father worked at a textile factory, managing an upholstery business as well. According to Boseman, DNA testing indicated that some of his ancestors were Creole people from Sierra Leone, Yoruba people from Nigeria, and Limba people from Sierra Leone. Boseman graduated from T.L. Hanna High School in 1995. In his junior year, he wrote his first play, Crossroads, and staged it at the school after a classmate was shot and killed. Boseman attended college at Howard University in Washington, D.C., graduating in 2000 with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Directing. One of his teachers was Felicia Rashad, who became a mentor. She helped raise funds, notably from her friend and prominent actor Denzel Washington, so that Boseman and some classmates could attend the Oxford Midsummer Program of the British American Drama Academy in London, to which they had been accepted. Boseman wanted to write and direct, and initially began studying acting to learn how to relate to actors. After he returned to the U.S., he graduated from New York City's Digital Film Academy. He lived in Brooklyn at the start of his career. Boseman worked as the drama instructor in the Schomburg Junior Scholars Program, housed at the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture in Harlem, New York. In 2008, he moved to Los Angeles to pursue an acting career. Boseman got his first television role in 2003, in an episode of Third Watch. That same year, Boseman portrayed Reggie Montgomery in the daytime soap opera All My Children, but stated that he was fired after voicing concerns to producers about racist stereotypes in the script. The role was subsequently recast, with Boseman's future Black Panther co-star Michael B. Jordan assuming the role. His early work included episodes of the series Law and Order, CSI, NY, and ER. He also continued to write plays, with his script for Deep Azure performed at the Congo Square Theater Company in Chicago. It was nominated for a 2006 Joseph Jefferson Award for New Work. In 2008, he played a recurring role on the television series Lincoln Heights and appeared in his first feature film, The Express, the Ernie Davis story. He landed a regular role in 2010 in another television series, Persons Unknown. Boseman had his first starring role in the 2013 film 42, in which he portrayed baseball pioneer and star Jackie Robinson. He had been directing an off-Broadway play in East Village when he auditioned for the role, and was considering giving up acting and pursuing directing full-time at the time. About 25 other actors had been seriously considered for the role, but director Brian Helgeland liked Boseman's bravery and cast him after he had auditioned twice. Robinson's widow, Rachel Robinson, commented that Boseman's performance was like seeing Jackie again. In 2013, Boseman also starred in the indie film The Kill Hole, which was released in theaters a few weeks before the film 42. In 2014, Boseman appeared opposite Kevin Costner in Draft Day, in which he played an NFL draft prospect. Later that year, he starred as James Brown in Get On Up, doing some singing and all of his own dancing. In 2016, he starred as Thoth, a deity from Egyptian mythology, in Gods of Egypt. In 2016, he began portraying the Marvel Comics character T'Challa, Black Panther, with Captain America: Civil War being his first film in a 5-picture deal with Marvel. He headlined Black Panther in 2018, which focused on the character in his home country of Wakanda in Africa. The film opened to great anticipation, becoming one of the highest-grossing films of the year in the United States. He reprised the role in both Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame, which were released in 2018 and 2019, respectively. Both films were the highest-grossing of the year they were released, with Endgame going on to become the highest-grossing film of all time. Also in 2019, He starred in 21 Bridges, an American action thriller film directed by Brian Kirk, as an NYPD detective who shuts down the eponymous 21 Bridges of Manhattan to find 2 suspected cop killers. In 2019, it was announced that Boseman was cast in the Netflix war drama film The Five Bloods, directed by Spike Lee. The film was released on June 12, 2020. Lee, in choosing Boseman for the divine-like character of Stormin' Norman, said, "This character is heroic. He's a superhero." Who do we cast? We cast Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, and we cast T'Challa. According to film critic Owen Gleiberman in Variety, Boseman was a virtuoso actor who had the rare ability to create a character from the outside in and the inside out, and he knew how to fuse with a role, etching it in 3 dimensions. That's what made him an artist and a movie star too. Yet in Black Panther, he also became that rare thing, a culture hero. Similarly, reviewer Richard Brody in The New Yorker finds the originality of Boseman's formidable acting technique and his ability to empathize with the interior lives of his characters and render them on screen as fully and completely belonging to the character. The Guardian critic Peter Bradshaw wrote of the actor's beauty, his grace, his style, his presence. These made up Chadwick Boseman's persona, and he became the lost prince of American cinematic, glorious and inspirational. Boseman began dating singer Taylor Simone Ledward in 2015. The two reportedly got engaged by October 2019, and they later married in secret, as revealed by Boseman's family in a statement announcing his death. Boseman was raised a Christian and was baptized. He was part of a church choir and youth group, and his former pastor said that he still kept his faith. Boseman had stated that he prayed to be the Black Panther before he was cast as the titular character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In his last tweet on August 12, he congratulated Democratic vice presidential nominee Kamala Harris on her nomination. Boseman was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016, which eventually progressed to stage 4 before 2020. He had never spoken publicly about his cancer diagnosis. During treatment, involving multiple surgeries and chemotherapy, he continued to work and completed production for several films, including Marshall, The Five Bloods, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and others. Boseman died at his home as a result of complications related to colon cancer on August 28, 2020, with his wife and family by his side. Many fellow actors and other celebrities paid tribute to Boseman via social media following the announcement of his death, including a number of his Marvel Cinematic Universe co-stars. Marvel Studios president and CCO Kevin Feige called Boseman's death absolutely devastating, writing, "Each time he stepped on set, he radiated charisma and joy, and each time he appeared on screen, he created something truly indelible. Now he takes his place as an icon for the ages." Co-stars from Boseman's other films also paid tribute to him. His death was compared to other unexpected deaths of young black celebrities in 2020, particularly Kobe Bryant and Naya Rivera. His death also drew responses from the political realm, including former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama, with Mr. Obama writing, "To be young, gifted, and black, to use that power to give them heroes to look up to do it all while in pain, what a use of his years." Additionally, the 2020 Democratic presidential ticket nominees Joe Biden and Kamala Harris paid tribute to Boseman. On Twitter, Biden wrote, "The true power of Chadwick Boseman was bigger than anything we saw on screen. From the Black Panther to Jackie Robinson, he inspired generations and showed them they can be anything they want, even superheroes." Harris, who was also the subject of Boseman's final tweet, posted a statement mourning the loss. On August 29, 2020, the day after Boseman died, the tweet from his family from his account confirming his death became the most liked tweet ever, with more than 6 million likes in under 24 hours. Howard University, his alma mater, tweeted a statement from Howard's president, Wayne A.I. Frederick. Major League Baseball and the Los Angeles Dodgers, the franchise for which Robinson played when the team was at its former home of Brooklyn, New York, issued statements honoring Boseman, due to his notable portrayal of the player. Several publications noted Boseman died on Jackie Robinson Day, 7 years after his having portrayed Robinson.